揽投资，国内专业的互联网理财平台，收益超银行活期数倍，已为众多用户带来丰厚收益。揽投资，理财新选择。
Okay. Thank you for your time. Congratulations for tomorrow.
I'm the office of the Director
I'm
General.
Selina Chow. How are you?
Good to see you.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
2015年11月16日，总部位于法国巴黎的联合国教科文组织迎来了70岁生日。在这一纪念日到来的前2天，巴黎发生恐怖袭击事件，令这座浪漫之都都笼罩在恐怖袭击的阴影下。但教科文组织还是按照原定计划举行了相关纪念活动。教科文组织总干事、现年63岁的伊琳娜·博科娃在活动致辞中表示，越是在恐怖分子向自由与文明发动挑战的时刻，就越是要坚持文化的价值，注重沟通的力量。伊琳娜·博科娃1952年出生于保加利亚首都索菲亚，曾先后就读于美国马里兰大学、莫斯科国际关系学院。1977年进入保加利亚外交部工作，负责人权事务。1995年至1997年担任保加利亚外交部长。2005年开始，先后出任保加利亚驻法国摩纳哥大使。2007年成为保加利亚驻联合国教科文组织大使。2009年11月起，博科娃出任联合国教科文组织总干事，并成为教科文组织有史以来的首位女性总干事。在教科文组织成立70周年庆祝活动期间，博科娃在巴黎接受了财新传媒总编辑胡舒丽与财新特约记者戴小萌的专访，就巴黎恐怖袭击、难民危机、妇女儿童教育及科学外交等广泛话题进行了交流。
We are going to ask you a little bit related with the terrorism attacks. That is the biggest issue, and since UNESCO is based in Paris,
Right.
and so we think that you must have.
Of course.
Yeah, consider that. I just want to know that in the response to the unprecedented terrorism attack, so what do you think is the most important thing to do against the terrorism?
The terrorist attacks here in Paris deeply shocked us, of course, and we know that terrorism, unfortunately, and violence is on the rise. We see that in the Middle East, we see with the situation in Syria and Iraq, with the advance of violent extremism, we have seen the destruction of heritage, of Palmyra, of Nimrud, of Hatra. These are monuments, not only monuments on the World Heritage List, but these are monuments that belong to the whole of humanity. And by the way, I believe when we saw the destruction of Palmyra, it was something that deeply moved us because Palmyra is in the middle of the Silk Road. Palmyra is a perfect, I would say, expression of cultural influences where we see the Greco-Roman, Byzantium, but also coming from the East, from the Moguls, from China, from the others. So it is really what we want to see today, embodiment of this dialogue among cultures and influences. And I think that is why this destruction so deeply affects all of us. I feel particular responsibility in this moment with UNESCO. On one side, to see how we can prevent such violent extremism. I think this is a very important idea that more and more comes into the minds of people, because I believe we have to go there when it all starts, on the benches of schools, in the communities, in the families. Why these young people are radicalized, and one day go and want to kill the others and also kill themselves. So the role of UNESCO of preventing violent extremism through education, through culture, through promoting cultural diversity, tolerance, is a very important one.
In the wake of Paris attack, it seems there is increasing extreme nationalism in Europe now. Are you worried about that?
Well, I think, unfortunately, the world is becoming more fragmented. I think nationalisms are on the rise, not only in many parts of the world. I think I would say the extremism sometimes that is hitting societies and countries exactly wants to do this, It wants to destroy the tissue of society when there is multiculturalism, where people live together. Extremists want to destroy this. That is why I think the dividing line nowadays is not among religions or civilizations. I think the dividing line is between those who believe that we can live together and those who want to destroy this.
Okay, but still, many people think that the different culture, their collision is at the root of this terrorist attack. But it seems that you're thinking that cultural diversity is not the real reason.
No, I don't believe in this. I really believe that, as I said, the division line is not between religions or different cultures. This is what extremists want to convince all of us, and they want this to happen. That is why they destroy, they strike, they kill, because they want to see other people taking the same approach. And I don't think we should allow this to happen. If we allow this to happen, it means we are following this logic, this line. I really believe that the division is between, and they're the majority, the predominant majority of people in different multicultural circumstances who believe that people can live together from different communities, religions, ethnic origins, and those who don't believe. By the way, it is, I think, not by chance that extremists hit this particular part of Paris, which is very multicultural, it's very artistic. Everybody knows that this district, which is the 10th, the 9th, around the canal, is the artistic region where people from different backgrounds get together. Christians, Jews, Muslims, foreigners, French citizens, not French citizens. It's a place of creativity, it's a place of free spirit, of culture, of art, of meeting together. That is why they hit there. They want to destroy the fabric of society.
Yeah, but however, European values is under attack. So to what extent do you think that European values since World War II will be shaped by the Paris attack?
You know, I believe that, I don't know exactly what you mean by European values, but if we speak about values of freedom, we speak about the values of human rights, of human dignity, of multiculturalism, of respect for others, of living together. I think these are universal values. And UNESCO was created 70 years ago precisely in order to protect these same values, which are universal values. I'm speaking about UNESCO, of course, because with the years, UNESCO has evolved since these 70 years to create an incredibly important network, I would say, and framework for such values. Let's take once again heritage. The World Heritage concept, at the time when it was launched and created, was an extraordinary revolutionary one, to announce to the world, to declare that there will be monuments, sites, places where all humanity is united behind the need to respect, first and foremost, to respect it, to understand it, and to protect it then, is an extraordinary dialogue among cultures. This is not just about protecting one beautiful building or one beautiful set of remnants. It is about respecting the culture. It is about respecting the diversity. It is about knowledge about it. Because if you look at the 1,031 sites, and everybody who is interested in that, this is how we know about the other cultures. You are invited to respect this culture, and then you suffer when you see it destroyed. So I think UNESCO has established an incredibly creative and establishing incredible, powerful, I would say, framework of people to know each other, different cultures to know each other, to respect each other, and to care together when one of their monuments is being destroyed.
Since you talked about the World Heritages, I'm just wondering, because we know that the so-called Islamic State, they're destroying the precious cultural heritages in the Middle East day by day. So I'm wondering whether UNESCO has done anything to help with the situation, or do UNESCO has any detailed plans in the future?
You know, Of course, I'm very frustrated sometimes, and we don't have an army. We cannot intervene literally in such places, particularly when you have violent extremists. But we have done a lot in order to mobilize local communities, in order to first to mobilize the international community around the necessity to care when a monument is destroyed. Because at the beginning of the conflict, UNESCO was accused of being out of touch when we were speaking about destruction of heritage in Syria. They were saying people are dying, you speak about buildings. Now I think everybody knows, after our strong advocacy, that this is part and parcel of the same destructive, violent extremism. And we have been working with many groups and experts and NGOs and local communities also, and local authorities in Syria and Libya, where there is no one government of national unity. We work with local communities. In Iraq also we work in order to try to protect as much as possible. We have been working with local people when the question about the advance of extremists were coming, in order for them to hide many of the objects that have been put in safe places. We are working also, I think what is most important is to cut the financing of extremism. This is one way of working against extremism, and to stop the illicit trafficking of objects of art. And our main focus was to implement an important resolution of the Security Council 2199, which is about financing of extremism, where for the first time we worked with the Security Council beginning of this year, so that protection of heritage and stopping the illicit trafficking is recognized also as part and parcel of the security concerns. It was not easy, but we've done it. And since then, we have established a large platform of working with partners, Interpol, International Organization of Customs, museums, private companies that are working, collectors in this area, in order to cut these channels of financing and prevent, because if you have a demand, there will be more, of course, supply. We work with many partners, so we are really monitoring the situation, trying to prevent as much as possible, and then we want to stop the illicit trafficking.
Yeah, we are also interested in your thought about the refugee crisis that seem like sort of rips through the European society. So what's your thought, and what kind of role?
Well, I would say that after 5 years of war and destruction, of millions of people being displaced, living in camps or living in other precarious situations in the neighboring countries, and when the international community was out of financing in order to support, to sustain them, because we within UN, we discussed these issues, and we knew that this was not a sustainable situation, and I think this is the consequence of this. I think what is very maybe psychologically important, I may be wrong, but I think this is underlying, people lost hope. When you spend a year, 2 years in camps, 3 years, and you think that you will go back, still you have the hope, and you do things. But I think hope was already not on the horizon, and we see also the consequences. Kids that are not in school already 5 years, young people who are outside, more than many more who are outside universities or secondary school, and others, no skills, no work, no job, so they're looking there on the road. It is a very, I would say, unseen situation. It is, nobody, I think, is prepared for this situation. The United Nations was, and us including, because we have had, and we still have many programs and projects. I have visited in Jordan, our education programs, in Lebanon, in Iraq, but the situation is really very complicated.